Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel and I'm a homeschooling mom of 4 kiddos. They are 11, 8, 5, and 2. Today is the much anticipated day for the flip through of Learning Language Arts through Literature, the yellow book. So I'm gonna flip the camera around, you guys get comfortable, and I will be right back. Okay, so first things first, this is the student activity book. There is also the teacher's book, and there are 4 readers that come with the book, and I had mentioned this before, but I'll do it again. Madeline, Meet George Washington, The Courage of Sarah Noble, and The White Stallion. So those are the 4 readers that go along with this set in the yellow book. So first I'm going to open up the student activity book. And there's a nice message to the student. There's a teacher's note as well. And here's the table of contents. You have lessons 1 through 16 on the first page, and it goes all the way up to lesson 36. And there are assessments throughout. So like here's assessment number 4, and then the final one is assessment number 8. This is the first lesson, and it starts with everyday words. And for lesson 1, day 1, each lesson consists of 5 days. So lesson 1, it says here, part A is to copy the sentence, compare your copy to the literature passage, and make corrections. So here is the full sentence, and this is from the Tale of Benjamin Bunny. So that would be the first part of lesson 1, day 1. Then you have part B, and there are 3 periods in this passage. Circle each one. There are 4 commas in this passage. Draw a square around each one. Read the passage to your teacher, paying attention to periods and commas. Then you have the focus on spelling, and here are the spelling words for the week. And you have not, no, knife, knock, knee, and bonus word is because. Then you're going to have the student copy the spelling words and say the words aloud as you write them. So there are the spaces to write them. And then the last part is the enrichment, which is in here you're going to find the spelling words in the puzzle. They are read down or across, and then you circle the words in the crossword puzzle. And then that's it for lesson 1, day 1. And then it goes on to day 2, and you learn about nouns and proper nouns. And there's also a component of handwriting in here as well. And if you'd like, you can also add in the spelling test on day 5. And then there's a review section for the week and an area for notes. Then it goes on to day 2, and it's a little bit more, lesson 2, and it goes on to more of an excerpt from the Tale of Benjamin Bunny again. And then there's new spelling words for the week. There's some unscrambling of the words. There's some more grammar guides. A little bit more cursive handwriting to go there. And here on lesson 5, day 1, it talks about how to use a dictionary. And it tells you specifically, the entry is taken from Merriam-Webster Dictionary online. Read the entry with your teacher. And then you're going to discuss B through D, discussion with the teacher. And I'm going to grab the teacher book so you can see what that looks like as well. So this is the teacher book for lesson 5. So you can see what that looks like. And we'll go through lesson 5 together with the teacher book and the student book so you can see the difference. So here is a side-by-side page of the teacher book, the student book on this side and the teacher book on this side. So you can see here it says there's a teacher's note. If you have a bound dictionary, make it available to your student this week. If you do not have one available, use the online dictionary. So again, you're going to reference the box here in the teacher's manual or in the student's book here, and then you're going to talk about B through D with your teacher. So this is B through D here. So this is where the teacher manual comes in place for that. And then it talks about doing alphabetical order. And then on day 2, you have day 2 here and here. So day 2 is discuss with the teacher. In your dictionary, look up the word wallaby. Note it's part of speech and definition. Since wallaby is a noun, it can be a subject of a sentence. Write a sentence using the word wallaby. And here it says in the student's book, write a sentence using the word wallaby. Discuss with the teacher, letter C, and you go over here, C, look up the word gecko in your dictionary. Note it's part of speech and definition. And then again, write the sentence using the word gecko. E, write the plural form of wallaby and gecko. Here they are. So you can just look here and here. Then we move on to day 3, which day 3 here is play the dictionary game. Here is day 3 in the student book, and it simply says discuss A through H and play the dictionary game. And that would be in here, the teacher's guide, A through H. And that would be day 3. Day 4 is discuss with the teacher, A. Look at the first page of your dictionary. So it's a lot of dictionary work for this lesson. And then you go on to the student book and put the words in alphabetical order. And then you're going to use the words that start with, this is the enrichment. And I wanted to show you that in the back of the manual, the teacher's manual, there is all of the enrichment answers that are back here for all the lessons. So you do need the teacher's manual to go with this. And then again, you have the spelling words from the week, dictation, and you have the handwriting down here. In day 5 of the teacher's manual of lesson 5, you have the spelling words. And then this is the sentence that you will dictate, and the child would write it right there on the dictation line, and so forth. Now I'm going to move on to the book study, so you can see that. So we're going to do lesson 6, literature link, the White Stallion, or 𝙬𝙬𝙗 the Troublemaker, which is page 45. So here is the literature link, and here is the book, The White Stallion. So you would either use the story 𝙬𝙬𝙗 the Troublemaker or use the White Stallion. And in the book, if you do 𝙬𝙬𝙗 the Troublemaker, you can certainly use this here, and then you would talk about the discussion questions are here. So you've got day 2 discussion questions for the White Stallion are here, or you have discussions for 𝙬𝙬𝙗 the Troublemaker here. So you don't do both. You can do both, I suppose, but it's not meant to be used as, you're not meant to use both. You just use either the book or the story in the student guide. And here are the discussion questions for day 2. And then you have looking up the words in the dictionary. Day 3 is discussion with the teacher. And again, that would be back in here. This is lesson 6. Day 3, here's what you would read to the child, and you would go back to the student book and talk about this here. And then in the space provided down below here, you would have the child orally or in writing describe the horses in the pictures to your teacher. So you'd talk about the horses here. They have the same ones here. They're just a little bit larger in the teacher's guide. Day 4 is talking about the parts of a horse. And then day 5 is finishing your study on horses. So there is the aspect of how the horse anatomy and such comes into play with the white stallion or 𝙬𝙬𝙗 the troublemaker. And here is the story that they would write about their horse. And you focus on a paragraph as a short group of sentences that tell about the main idea. Indent the first sentence of a paragraph. And you can have them either do this in the book or have a separate writing journal for this unit. And here's another page. So then we go on to the next lesson. Week 7 would be going back to everyday words, and then you have kind of like the similar layout. Here's another thing too, is the see, spell, say. Look and see what each word on the spelling list. Look and see each word on the spelling list. Spell each word aloud and then say the word. Also at the end of a book study is this one is the end of the book study for getting to know George Washington. So this is the check off list for the parent to check off. So it says the I can, so the C stands for I can complete my work, I can be creative. The A stands for I can be accurate, I can do my work with a good attitude. And N, I can do my work neatly. So let me take you to an assessment. Here we go, here's assessment 8. This is the last assessment of the book. So here you would add quotation marks and capitalization to the sentence, replace the underlined words with pronouns, write the past tense of these verbs, and show the action had already happened. And then the last part is write the articles a or an in the blanks. And then also in the student book, it has materials for the lesson, punctuation. In the appendix, there is materials for the lesson, punctuation pointers, grammar guides, phonics facts. Using your tools, focus on writing and so the big bibliography. So here's lesson 13 for 4C, lesson 26, 5A to B. Here are the grammar guides, punctuation pointers. And of course, the last is any notes you want to take. I'm going to open up the teacher's guide so you can see the assessment. Again, there's the enrichment. Okay, here we go. The activities. Here are all the answers for the assessment. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the little flip through of the yellow book for learning language arts through literature. And if you have any questions about anything that you saw, let me know in the comments down below. And hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.